Hey guys, I just thought I'd start the video like that for whatever reason, because I'm very proud of that painting there. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I wanted to finish off the book that I made in the last video. So I think I'll probably title this video the importance of reference images. You'll see why in a second. All right. So the last image that we saw in the last book was this lion here. Very proud of this from back in the day. I can't believe how long ago this was now. Looking back at some of these pictures takes me back to some of the moments of the times of back then, you know. can't speak, mate. All right. This one. These are like the final images of this book. This one I called it. I actually had a title for this one. The rest of them I didn't, but this one I called it Uncontrollable Desire. It almost looks like a self-portrait, but wasn't necessarily meant to be that. It was just a person, just, you know, like we all have those uncontrollable desires, you know. And this person's desires are sort of manifesting in all these different things, in all these flowers and animals, you know, as they do. Let's see. In all of these drawings, they were all like exercises of what I can do next. So in this one, it's like two owls, two different types of owls. One is a barn owl and one is I don't actually know the types of owls, but this one I drew a little heart in it. But the eye is a little bit off, as you can see there. But I kind of like how off it is, because it gives the owl a bit of character, you know. So that's why I was like, okay, this ain't too bad. And then this one I posted on Instagram ages ago, obviously. Hoping to go viral. Quite hard to go viral, even all those years ago. But you have to know the algorithm and all that, blah blah blah. So this one is hearts. Don't know if you can see that. Is a heart surrounded by sharks, and the sharks are pretty much sort of they protect the heart essentially. The idea behind this was, like, we all have defenses, right? Against the world. We all have our walls up and our defenses so that people do not hurt us, right? And that was what sparked this idea. Like, the sharks are the defenders of the heart, because we all know if someone hurts you deeply, they deserve the worst. Sometimes that's how we feel, right? And obviously sharks, you know. So that was the idea behind that. And then, yeah, like I said, I was going to title this one The Importance of References, because of this image here. It's like a person or like just a character, but the proportions are quite off on this one. So that's why it's important to constantly have references. I don't think I had a reference specifically for this. That is why the proportions are off in the way that they are. He actually looks like a Titan from Attack on Titan. You know how if anyone watches that anime or reads the manga, you know how a lot of the characters or a lot of the Titans in the show are very disproportionate, and it looks a bit off. Obviously, they're meant to look like that. So, in a sense, this is meant to look like this. That's why I use pen. Like, I use these classic biros to draw, because that way if I make a mistake, I have to just ride the wave and adapt to the mistake. Just like in life, whenever you make a mistake in life, you have to sort of take that mistake on the chin and find a way to move forward somehow. That's why I try not to, I don't rub out. I do rub out in some of the bigger paintings because I use pencil for those, and I do want them to look a specific way, but for the drawings in the books, I just draw in pen because it gives me a challenge as well to not make a mistake, and it pushes me to be better. So it's always important to challenge yourself and push yourself. So that's what I got to keep doing. That's why I'm doing this right now, actually. And then these are like the final 2 images, 6 minutes in. So this one, this was just a random drawing. This one's actually kind of very disproportionate as well, actually. But you live and you learn. In the neck here, she was meant to have like the silhouette of the continent of Africa, but I think I started doing that and then it wasn't looking like I wanted it to, so I just went nuts with it. And then right next to her, we've got my first version of my jester here, standing on a globe. This was not a good piece of art, really. We've got it's very messy and I think very rushed. We've got obviously all the card suits here, like we've got the clubs, the hearts, the spades, and then the diamonds here. A very chaotic image there, which is again important. The importance of using a reference, you know, because for some of these, especially these two, it was just freestyling because I was coming to the end of the book, so I was just like, I didn't care as much, and I just wanted something to occupy my time. And then this image is like of some kind of celestial being that's landed in a city. Not much to explain there, just an idea I had. I think I saw back in the day, even now, I used to follow this artist called Android Jones. His name's Andrew Jones, but he goes by Android Jones in a lot of his artwork and stuff. His work is really amazing. I don't even know what to say, really. Like, his stuff is just astonishing. He uses a lot of digital media as well as traditional techniques in his work. I'll try and put a link to some of his stuff in this video somewhere, or like in the description. But if you want, you should go. If you want to be inspired, go to his Instagram page or find him on ArtStation, because he's a professional artist. But he's quite amazing. Android Jones, by the way. And then this was the last image. It was, so literally, these two lovers kissing. The male is like wrapped in chains, whereas the woman is not, because the man's more savage, I guess, than she is. I always try and sort of mix different concepts when I draw and paint. So yeah, I always try and mix like opposites in each sort of, in a lot of my paintings and drawings, because I like the contrast of the savage with the, what's the word? Oh man, I can't believe my mind is going blank right now. But I like the ideas of contrasts. So yeah, that's it. I like the mix of savages and civilized sort of characters. So in this instance, the male is savage and the female is sort of civil in a sense, because she's got such much cleaner form, and doesn't seem as savage. But even though they come from opposite sides of the spectrum, they find a common ground and they find a love for each other. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of this book right here. Again, just like I did with my notebook, I drew my logo there. The logo is the lotus, by the way. Obviously, I'm sure some of you would have noticed. It is a sort of brand that I made ages ago. And originally it was called Lotus Red. And it wasn't even a lotus, actually. It was literally the face of a panda and then some Japanese kanji around it. And I don't know if I still have the piece, but like I put it on a piece of clothing ages ago. But yeah, later on in my later videos, I'm gonna break down my sort of clothing, or my sort of Lotus brand that I made. I do this because it is a brand that only I and a few people know and like. So I don't know if that counts as a brand. I think a brand, whenever I think of a brand, I think of something that is globally recognized or, you know, universally recognized. But I guess I'm still building it. But yeah, if anyone's watching this again, obviously if you've made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. And please consider subscribing, because I really aim to hit that 500 mark. However long it takes me, that obviously you guys will be able to help me with that. But if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. And yeah, in the upcoming videos, I'm gonna go through some more of my books and my brand collectively, I guess. So yeah, look out for that. Thank you.